Fever fan, Caitlin Clark fans sticking together and no showing the games and boycotting the game and this and that. And man, oh man, this picture doesn't spell good news for the WNBA. I'm just gonna blow this up here. This does not look good. This does not look good. You can see empty seats all over the place. All over the place. The upper deck is completely, you see these seats up here completely empty.
The WNBA has officially been thrown into an unprecedented state of turmoil, and the entire professional basketball world is now watching a massive financial and cultural crisis unfold before its eyes. For months, the sports community has been consumed by heated debates surrounding the repeated, highly publicized physical treatment of generational superstar Caitlin Clark. However, everything reached a boiling point after veteran Alyssa Thomas delivered a controversial collision that sent Clark crashing to the floor. Since that moment, the backlash from both fans and corporate partners has exploded into a full-scale public relations disaster. League executives reportedly attempted to control the narrative, downplay the seriousness of the incident, and portray the public reaction as nothing more than ordinary competitive intensity. But they severely underestimated the influence and determination of the fan base. In a stunning development that has shaken the sports industry, arenas across the country are now reporting historically low attendance, with thousands of empty seats visible during nationally televised games. The message from fans has become impossible to ignore. A growing number of supporters are participating in what is being described as a nationwide boycott, protesting what they believe is unchecked hostility toward the rookie sensation. The combination of declining attendance and falling television ratings has reportedly forced league leadership into emergency discussions at the highest level, breaking away from what many critics viewed as a prolonged silence. WNBA Commissioner Cathy Engelbert has reportedly expressed strong frustration, signaling a dramatic shift in the league's public response. During a high-profile press conference that left many analysts surprised, the commissioner spoke forcefully about concerns surrounding the league's internal culture and criticized what she described as toxic veteran behavior that could threaten the long-term financial future of the sport. She held nothing back, making it clear that the situation had reached a point where it could no longer be ignored.
Be cooked. Look at all these empty seats, man. Now, granted, this is before the game, but geez. You seen how it was in the previous slide I showed you. This is wild, man. Way to run off a fan base. Way to ruin the golden goose. Congratulations, idiots. Congratulations. Speaking of idiots, we got to get to what Nate Tibbetts had to say. Nate Tibbetts addressed the flagrant foul situation with Alyssa Thomas. Let's see what he had to say. Nonsense.
I'd like to address the AT situation. First off, the Mercury organization would like to let AT know that she's 100% supported by us. The people in this league know who AT is.
Yeah, we know her to be dirty. We know her to be dirty. We saw her choke slam Angel Reese. We saw what she just did to Caitlin Clark. She's the reason Napheesa Collier is still out of basketball right now. Pardon. She's the reason Napheesa Collier is still out of basketball right now. Like right now. So we're not about to sit here and act like, oh, we know who she is. She's some angel.
She reportedly expressed deep disappointment and frustration over what she described as the league's biggest financial asset being treated like an open target on the court. Behind the scenes, she allegedly made it clear to team executives and coaching staffs that the continued aggressive play, particularly involving players such as Alyssa Thomas, had placed the league's long-term future at serious risk. According to the narrative, the ongoing controversy has discouraged major corporate sponsors, with concerns about associating their brands with what critics have labeled a toxic and chaotic environment. The fallout from Cathy Engelbert's strong public comments has reportedly sparked intense reactions behind closed doors. According to locker room sources and leaked reports, Alyssa Thomas has become increasingly frustrated by the growing public criticism and what she views as a direct threat to her reputation and career. She has allegedly engaged in heated discussions with team officials, firmly defending her physical style of play while insisting that league leadership should stand behind veteran players rather than placing responsibility on them in response to public pressure. Despite those reported internal efforts, the situation has continued to escalate beyond the league's control. Supporters have widely praised Cathy Engelbert's tougher public stance, arguing that the administration is finally addressing concerns surrounding the treatment of one of the sport's biggest stars. At the same time, corporate leaders are reportedly reviewing broadcasting agreements and multi-million-dollar venue partnerships, fearing that declining attendance and empty arenas could have serious financial consequences for the future of women's professional basketball.
It's a quick little tween into a sidestep. Couple of plays later, she comes down and does this.
Clark, early in the bag, step back three, connects again!
Goes down, gets into her bag, hits a step back three, forces the Mercury to call a timeout. But later in the half, she drives in and falls down.
Caitlin.
Defenders jump on her, the ball pops out. All very normal stuff when there's a loose ball in basketball. Obviously, everyone's going to be trying to get the ball. But then Alyssa Thomas does this. Mind you, the ball is right here, and she is staring directly at Caitlin Clark.
To the ground, and
Puts her fist directly on Clark's throat, and then pushes to get herself up. And there was no call. Look, man, I get it. She's cooking. Probably should not be allowed to put your fist on her throat.
I mean, the fist in the throat is crazy. It's crazy. It's dangerous. The landing spot, when you went to review it, and she still comes down on top of another foot, like, I don't know. Because to me, that's like a do-over on a test. How do you screw it up again? You're coming in here aware of what happened 2 nights ago? And that still happens? Absolutely unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. And the reckless closeout that they actually reviewed, and the foot still comes down on top of the defender's foot that wasn't upgraded? Absolutely disrespectful. We have a generational talent and a WNBA superstar who had 2 cheap shots right there that weren't called. And I just say again, absolutely unacceptable.
Caitlin Clark got to fight one of these women. She has to fight one of these women. Now they will know the next time they try you, they are going to have to fight. You might lose, but they're not going to want to fight you every single time. And the fact of the matter is, they treat you like a roach that's intruded into their house. And a roach that steps into your house, you step on. That's what the hell you do to roach. And right now, Caitlin Clark, the WNBA athletes, they treat you like an insect. They just flick you around, they step on you, they shoot you around, they whoop you into the dustpan, open the window, and throw you the hell out. I'm not even...
What makes this growing crisis an absolute nightmare for the WNBA board of directors is the belief that the league's unwritten locker room culture has now been exposed for the entire public to see, and fans are no longer willing to ignore it. For years, the organization reportedly operated under an unspoken code in which player conflicts and internal tensions remained behind closed doors. Now, however, with attendance reportedly declining and more fans expressing frustration, league leadership is facing what many see as a difficult choice. Continue protecting its internal culture or focus on restoring public confidence and securing the league's long-term financial stability. With every hour that passes without a major disciplinary announcement or a clear public response, critics argue that the league appears increasingly vulnerable, defensive, and unable to effectively manage controversies involving its biggest stars. As public scrutiny continues to grow, pressure on league officials is mounting, with many calling for decisive action to address the situation before it causes even greater damage to the league's reputation and future.